did a stream on the other channel, I think maybe a month or something like that ago, and we took apart a battery charger, actually two of them. One of those cheapo, like $40 ones from Amazon, and also one of the newer style Permobil chargers, not the Volt Pro, but the, well, I'll put a picture in here, but the one with the gray plastic and the handle on the top. I thought it was kind of interesting to show the differences between them, but that stream was 2 hours and 30 minutes long. So I've chopped it down into a 30-minute video, which you can watch for your viewing pleasure. The overhead camera I was using is this grungy webcam. Anyways, you can get the idea. And you can see the differences between a good quality charger and cheap junk you can get online for like 50 bucks. So anyways, there you go. Enjoy. This thing I bought on Amazon. It is a just some cheapo 5-amp thing. And I wanted to take it apart and see if it's actually something that's any good or not. It was fairly inexpensive, and there's a few weird things about it, so I feel like I paid more than I wanted to for this thing. Oh, it's 43 bucks. So it doesn't have an Intertech or even a UL listing, unfortunately, but I want to take it apart and see if it's worth having at all. They talk about safety and reliability, ROHS. They say that when they've got nothing else to say. So yeah, charging is 29.4 volts. Float current 750 milliamps, so that's decent. It says it has some built-in desulfating mode though, which is kind of weird. So a few things I was noticing about this. Actually, let me use the other camera. So the wires coming out of here, they're in this grommet, but as you can see, there isn't very good mechanical retention there. I would rather see like a round, like power tool cord style cable coming out of here. We've got some indicators here. And yeah, I want to check the electrical separation and a bunch of stuff in this thing, just because I'm curious. On eBay, you've been able to get all kinds of random cheapo products, and they've kind of been making their way onto Amazon. So sometimes things like this can actually be dangerous, so that's why I kind of wanted to check it out. I thought about doing it in a video, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to live stream today. You got the scalding blue light. Let's get some screws out of this thing here. This camera might be a little bit jiggly. I've got it attached to a microphone stand, but I think we'll be okay here. If we're lucky, they'll have given us enough wire or some connectors to unplug this connection here. I feel like I'm in a Big Clive video right now. Okay. Well, okay, so first off, our ground is actually connected. That's good. Wiring's a little bit small, but that's okay. They've got some Celastic goo down here to kind of hold the wires and stuff. Now, I have not plugged this thing in yet. I wanted to take it apart first and make sure we're good. That wire's a little bit funky, but I think we're all right. Now, this is all soldered in here, so we can't unplug anything. Let's go ahead and pull the other end off. I'm really curious to see what's going on over here. Stuff like this, I really don't even recommend plugging it in until you've taken it apart to make sure there isn't like something shorted to the case and it's all live, you know? Or at least get yourself an inductive probe and make sure the case isn't sitting there at 120 volts. When you don't see stuff with Intertech and UL listings, I mean Intertech at the bare minimum, yeah, it can get a little sketchy. Okay. So they've got a little zip tie here to kind of help with retaining that cable. That's better than nothing. Once again, everything is... Oh, it looks like our fan is plugged in down there. You can see a little connector on that. I think we can slide it out through the other end. If I reach down in here, I think I can unplug that... unplug that fan. There we go. So we got the fan unplugged. And now we've got enough cord here that we should be able to pull this all the way through the case. Oh, I wanted to check out this here and see how this connection is. Okay. They did a pretty good job of soldering these on here. There's no stray wires. It's not a cold solder joint or anything. So that looks pretty good. Yeah, and as you see here, this strain relief is really designed for like a round cable. See how it doesn't even really grip on this stuff? So you'd have to be really careful with these as far as like, I can't talk and do things at the same time apparently right now. You have to be really careful about ripping this out of your chair because you're literally just pulling on those solder joints there. I know, I need a hoppy. The flickery hoppy. Wait, I do have the Vice of Knowledge and the Stanley X-ray unit. I don't have the explosion containment pie dish though. Yeah, as you can see here, this... I mean, it's nice that there's a grommet, but it's not really doing anything. And then I think this board should just push through. Unless they glued it in. Oh no, they put some glue in there. Right down in there, there's a blob of glue. There we go. Okay, we're hooked on something. Oh, the ground lug. Are we gonna get lucky? Is there a screw into this? I think there might be. Aha! Oh, they even have a lock washer under it. Fancy. Oh, it's not a lock washer. Oh, they actually used the terminal on this. It's a really... Oh, they just crimped it. It's not even soldered. Eh, whatever. So let's see what we've got going on here. Ever power, it says screened on the board there. So... our Celestic glue is not doing a whole lot there. We do have the zip tie, though. Oh, it looks like it is microprocessor controlled. So that's good. Well, I mean, it'd have to be without a giant transformer in here. Little Sonic's charge controller. The only thing with these is you can't tell what the separation's like inside these transformers without destroying them. But, yeah, it looks, on the top side at least... okay. So we've got... well, that's weird. We've got some anti-tracking slots here for the inductor. So our ground goes all the way around, and they've got these pads all the way along to pick up grounding on the case. And we've got pretty good... oh wait, let's see here. Get our ground coming through there. Yeah, we've got pretty good separation here between the high voltage and low voltage side. Some nice beefy tracks that they've flowed a bunch of extra solder onto here to handle our amperage. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, I guess the other thing to check is what's our clearance like on this board when it slid into the case? Because I'm looking here, some of these solder joints, as you can see, are sticking out pretty far here on the bottom. And we don't want that to short out on the bottom of the case, so let's slide this back in here again and double check that. Oh yeah, we've got a pretty good amount of space there. Yeah, so there you can see, just for reference, it's the width of a screwdriver. And yeah, we've got pretty good amount of spacing there. I don't think this board's gonna flex. No, that board would break before anything shorts out in there. I think I deem this thing safe to plug into the wall for now. My main concern, I guess, this grounding lug should be soldered as well as crimped. That's fixable. And I would also like to replace this cord with something that more resembles power tool cable, like this round stuff. Actually, this is an XLR cable. So yeah, I think for now we're safe to power it up at least. 46 bucks or 48 bucks, or wait, what was it? $43. Well, anyways, I'm gonna hang on to this and test it. I don't think it's gonna be one that... why is there a school bus parking in front of my house? This is a Sunday. Yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna return it. I'll just keep it and use it for my own purposes, but I don't think this is gonna be one that I'm gonna stock and sell on the web store. Warning, bacon factory may explode. Exactly. would be nice to see another grounding cable going from the case to the circuit board, because this is like anodized metal. And while, yeah, it is technically conductive, we're kind of relying on hopes and dreams a little bit for all those contacts on both sides here to transfer the ground to the board. I mean, I guess in a fault scenario, there would be some sort of arcing that would probably make that happen, but yeah. Also, these wires here are kind of all over the place. Let me see if I have some electrical tape here in my bag. I want to kind of bundle those up a little bit if I can, so that these are not rubbing against the top of the case. Oh wait, what's our switch doing? Is our... Okay, so the switch is actually switching our mains voltage. I sort of took apart a Permobil one in a video a while back. I was just modifying the way the cables came out of it though. I didn't actually tear down the charging circuitry itself. We haven't even been streaming for an hour yet. Maybe I should just grab one of those Permobil chargers and we could just tear that down, since I've already got everything set up here. Might as well, right? Let me grab the power cord for this real quick and we'll probe it out with the meter and see if it's wired correctly. It would take a pretty massive screw up for them to wire this incorrectly, but yeah, it looks like we're good. Let me see if I can find that other Permobil charger. Yeah, looks like a thing. Alright, so I deem that safe to plug in. This is not financial advice. Warning, Bacon Factory may explode. Let's put this somewhere. And bring this thing onto the healing bench. So what I hate about these is the mains input is on this side. The same side that all the indicators are on. And the part that goes to your chair is on the other side. Now I didn't bring the power cord. So if you want to see the lights on it, which you should do anyways, you've got to sit this down on the desk. Wrap this cord around the front that plugs into your chair. And then this power cord gets to wrap around the back to the wall. I don't know who designed that or thought it would be a good idea, but on the other one I modified, it turns out, actually you can see it right here. See these white things? This cable actually comes out of the charger over here. But they decided, oh no, we're going to wrap it all the way around the back. What I did was wrapped it back up here and had it come out at the top, so that at least both of the things are coming out the same side. Yeah, so let's completely tear this thing down. This is a really good charger, though. Do not cover! Fire! Read the manual. No wrench, no flame. IP21. 2 is mild... Hang on, let's look this up. I think that's mild dust resistance. So, there's 2 numbers. The first one is like solid material, and the second one's typically water. Levels of ingress. Protected against solid object greater than 50 millimeters. Oh wait. Protected against a solid object greater than 12.5 millimeters, such as a finger, with 10 newtons of force. Okay, check. 1. Protected against vertically falling drops of water for 10 minutes at a rate of 1 millimeter a minute. Drips of water are going to go right into this. I guess we do have this rubber butt plug right here, but the cord never fits in these very well. If you've got one of these chargers, that cord's constantly falling out. I call shenanigans. At least these screws come out easily. And they're made from ferrous metal. Look at that. Always with the magnets. So this thing has a plastic clamshell with a bunch of weirdness going on. And because they intentionally routed these wires in such a stupid way, they put heat shielding on the wires. But then inside is a big aluminum billet thing that all the electronics are actually inside of. 3 more. Alright. Ta-da! Look, it's a heatsink. So this is what you call passive cooling. Notice how the fins are oriented upright? And you set this thing like this. Whoop. That way the natural convection of the air just drafts up and it doesn't need a cooling fan. Yeah, see here though? This is our output right here. They could have just gone right out this side, but no. They're like, hey, let's get some expensive heat shrink wire and wrap it all the way down around and through here and make it come out the back so it's like extra annoying to people. I'm pretty sure that was exactly how that meeting went. Yeah, see? Look at that. They went out of their way to route these cords out of the wrong direction. They channeled out extra fins here for it to fit in. They use this high temperature stuff with heat shrink. Like, this probably cost them another $10 per unit to do. Well, probably not that much, but you get my drift, right? Actually, this looks very similar to their old style chargers that didn't have a plastic case over them, and they just had a handle on the top. Now we can get this out of here. Look, look, it's chafing the cord. Have I mentioned how much I hate this design? I don't have strong feelings about things, do I? There we go. If it sounds like breaking, something's happening, right? Ooh. This is a much better quality thing. No, there's no connector. Come on, why do you do that to me? Man, displeased noises. Okay, whatever. This is an expensive part that was machined right here. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, we've got a little bit of sealing action here. This is like some soft material. Looks like our stack of MOSFETs are glued onto the top here. That should just be a thermal pad. It should just kind of come off of there. I don't see any other connections. Alright, we're making progress. Oop. There we go. Wow, look at that heatsink. That is a thing. We got our thermal pads up here that connect the top of our MOSFET banks to the thingy dealy. And this transfers the heat over to here and up these fins. Okay, so we don't have a connector on the output. Oh, I just realized this thing has been powered up recently. Look at that capacitor. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, well, I'm not going to take the board out of here. And all the connections for that are on the back. That thing would give you a zing like you wouldn't believe. Oh, 450 volts. Yeah. Wait, are these things dual voltage? Where's the cover? Oh yeah, input 100 to 240 volts. Okay, that makes sense now. If you remember what the other inside of the other one looked like versus this one. So that one only had 3 MOSFETs in it. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so that's a bridge rectifier right there, that big guy. So we got 4 MOSFETs there and 4 more over here. What the heck? There's this weird... Oh, it's a temperature probe! It's so cute! Hang on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I was like, what is this little alien hair sticking out? Let me grab something insulated. Right here. See that little black thing? That's a temperature probe sticking up inside this thing. Yeah, right there. Just measuring the air temperature inside of it. That's cool. We've got a bunch of trimmer pots in here. Nice beefy components. Look at that inductor. That thing... Oh wait, is that the inductor? Yeah, that thing's massive. Got our voltage, or our transformer over here. And look at the size of the windings on this, huh? Those are massive. Same with the transformer over here. Microprocessor controlled. Oh, it's a PIC microcontroller. Okay, so they're running custom software on this thing. That's kind of cool. That's old school. Sorry, it's all blown out. You probably can't see anything. I should probably take some pictures of this, huh? These would be good for the website. Oh yeah, we're gonna see what fusing we have here. Where's my flashlight? Probably can't see it, but there's a little fusible resistor down there, and there's a sleeved metal oxide varistor used for surges. And we've got a relay. That's what clicks the power on when it actually detects something. Oh yeah, check it out. We got a whole array of metal oxide varistors down there. Man, the quality of this is amazing. Even I'm surprised to see an air temperature probe. That is not a common thing unless it's a high quality product. Yeah, and everything's all screwed off, and we've got hot snot everywhere in here to keep stuff from vibrating. All the wires coming off of our transformer here are sleeved. Yeah, I don't think I can get access to the bottom of that cap anywhere. So let's take a peek down here. Oh yeah, and they got this plastic sheeting. Remember I was talking about on the other one? I was concerned about the space in here. This whole thing has plastic sheeting. Wait, is that poking through? Okay, so... Oh no, they're not. It just looks like that pin was poking through. So they have plastic sheeting around the entire side and bottom of this thing, where any of the high voltage components are. Well, mains voltage, to keep things safe. That's where you get things like, you know, UL listings and all that stuff. This is not grounded, but the way this thing is set up with the plastic case and everything, it's technically double isolated or double insulated, so they don't need a ground in here. But all of our screw points to the case on this are very solid, and they have big fat tracks around. Oh, wow. So these metal oxide varistors, there's a network of them at every single screw point that goes to the case. I have not seen that before. That is really cool. So lots of safety built into this thing. Lots of insulation. Oh, I didn't even see. There's a massive anti-tracking slot. Oh, there's opto-isolators! Oh man, I'm getting all excited. So, see this black line right here? That's isolating the high voltage from the low voltage side of the board. And these little black chips right here are opto-isolators. That break in the board goes all the way down. You can see it right there and all the way down here. So they're sending the feedback from the low voltage side, or the switching power supply part, through these opto-isolators, which those have LED lights and LED light receivers in there. So electrically, these two sides for the feedback going back to the high voltage side are not electrically connected. These little boxes have lights inside of them so that we don't get the, whatchamacallit, the voltage feeding back, or danger, safety, whatever. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, hang on. I need to get a picture of this fusible resistor down here. And I think we're good with the pictures. Is that a charger for an F3? Yeah, this is one of the, one of this style of charger, which has been usurped by the new Volt Pro stuff. It is interesting, though. The inside of this thing, here's the heat sinking from it. The inside of this thing, I'll probably put this back together after the stream because I want to get some more photos. This inner portion looks very similar to their older school version of these things that didn't have the plastic cover. Those had grounding built in. This is one of the highest quality battery chargers that I've seen inside. Are we scratching the hell out of the desk? Yep. But yeah, temperature sensors, anti-tracking slots, everything's opto-isolated. We've got metal oxide varistors on every connection from the case to the chassis or the circuit board. We've got a little bit of water mitigation, kind of. All the inductors and transformers are amazingly large wires. We've got trimmer pots in here for adjustment. So they actually tuned this thing after they built it. But this giant capacitor right here is the reason the lights stay on for a minute after you unplug the thing from the wall. It is interesting it's using a PIC microcontroller. So this was spun up as a custom product. I'm wondering if it's actually made by anyone. ROHS. Oh, it's under the inductor. I'm sure there's probably other printing on the bottom of the board that I'm not going to be able to get to. All those metal oxide varistors are hooked around the screws, and then there's Celastic holding them in, so I'm not going to be taking that off. But yeah, even like little things, like the wire coming off of this transformer here, it's sleeved, and it's got some Celastic on there to hold it in place. It's little touches like that that set apart expensive, high-quality products from $43 Amazon questionable stuff. Yeah, so I think the printing that says who made this is underneath that inductor. Oh, wait. Got it. Global leader in charger manufacturer. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see how much these actually are. Hey, this is who makes the charger for my Bounder. I'll bet. Yeah. See this guy right here? This is basically the old style of Permobil charger, this one. And it looks very similar to this housing. Just, yeah, and see it's got the little lights on there and everything, and the output's right there. Instead of having it go through the case, though, since it's not double insulated, it has a ground on it. Yeah, recognize that little green thing right there? Oh, that's, yeah. It's looking like something. That one's got a fan. I'll bet they spun this up for Permobil specifically. Because the, it's on the floor now, but the name Permobil is actually embossed in the plastic itself. So yeah, I'm sure there's some mingling going on here. Yeah, see, we've got a similar looking plastic here. Programmable, widely used for wheelchairs, floor machines, e-scooters. Wait, are there programming pins on this? Can I get out my serial adapter and go snooping around on this thing? If this has a PIC microcontroller on it, it's probably running Linux. Or some version of it. Hang on, do we have any test points in here? There's a serial connection here. I could hook this thing up to a logic analyzer, or a serial to USB adapter and see what's going on in the data stream in here. Sorry, I get excited about weird things. But yeah, so this is who makes it. E-Power first. Yeah, and my Bounder charger, what was it? This one. Yeah, mine's the 24 volt version, 10 amps. Yep, this is the one. Smart 300. Okay, cool. Actually, there was someone that was asking me where to find a Bounder charger. Let me save this to bookmarks. So I don't think you can buy from these guys directly. Let's see if we can find something on Google Shopping here. Oh gosh, AliExpress. Yeah, so they're probably distributor only. Ew. That is a fake one. There's no way that's real. Yeah, so that's the thing with some of this stuff is like, you can get clones of things. And you gotta watch out for it. So, okay, so check it out. This certificate of compliance right here is for one of the MOSFETs inside here. So they're trying to say that the charger itself has the rating, but no, it's just one of the components. And they put in here, oh, Power First Technology, there's the applicant, verification number. This is, and when you start seeing things with signatures, they're completely bogus. Then this thing here, they just printed out and took a picture of. Like, Power First might be manufactured in Shenzhen, but like, yeah, we don't have UL or ETL listings. It just says CE and then there's signatures. And then they give you all these pictures of why it's safe. Real companies don't do that if the product's real. It just has the logos and that's all you need to know. They're not trying so hard to show you, oh look, here's our people. Look, we've got electrostatic safe zones and there's, you know, tape on the floor. Yeah. So, okay, at least we know what brand it is. That's pretty cool, actually. Well, yeah, exactly, Buddy Christ. I'm just pointing out things that you can... It is obviously fake, but ways that you can verify. If they spend a lot of time trying to explain to you why it's real, it's not. I'm actually streaming through an HDMI to USB 2 adapter from AliExpress. That was $17. Hey, it works. That's all I have to say. I'm probably going to buy a few more. So some of the stuff you can get away with, but anything that plugs into the wall, yeah, I'd run pretty fast. Maybe say you find a distributor that we can buy these chargers from. I think Bounder wanted like $800 for that charger, which isn't surprising. It's the same company that makes this, and obviously they're gonna have a markup. So I'd imagine like the dealer cost on that charger is probably $375, $450, maybe something like that, and they do their markup. But after looking at this, it's worth it. I just wish there was a connector. Well, actually, having a connector on the output, I guess, is another point of weakness, using pins and having power going through that. So having the wires soldered directly to the board might be a better alternative, technically. It's just annoying for me, because I've been flexing on these connections the whole time. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be fine, but, like, yeah. Stuff and things. Alright, well, we're going to have this be the closing music, I think. I need to eat some food and stuff, so... Yeah, thanks for hanging out, then. Alright, cool. I'll catch you guys later.